Minutes. Says we're good. Says we're live. And all right, let me just live now. Boom, boom. All right. Hey, look at that. A cool notification. Let's hope people get them. Popping in. How's everybody doing? Hopefully quite well. Going good, Daniel. How's it going? Excuse me. Gotta love ads. Dun, 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 dun. All right, there we go. I'm gonna refresh this. And boom. All right. So, Justin Fields has finally been traded. I would say that's probably been one of the bigger news pieces of the last couple, at least the last day. What's up, stud? Nice to see you. What's up, Chris? Yeah, Chris, I would say your team started off the week terribly, but now things are going pretty good. In all honesty, I would say you guys are actually in decent shape. You know what I mean? It seems as though Tepper might not be the one calling all the shots finally. Yeah, and as we see, maybe things are a little bit better in Carolina than we had initially anticipated. I don't know. If they can snag Mike Williams, that'd be a huge get. They've gotten decent linemen. I don't know. I think he's making way. I think they're making way better moves this time around. Good. It sounds like he finally figured out that he needs to learn how football works before. Again, I kind of gave a speech during the Tigers game about the thing with Tepper is he's a very successful guy his entire life, right? Like his ideas, his decision making, his views on the world has turned him into a billionaire. Like a very wealthy billionaire type billionaire too. Not just like, oh, I have $1 billion. Like this guy is very, very wealthy. And I think it's like very independent. Maybe he's got like a wealthy family, but like he turned that wealth into like a super fortune. And again, that's like through his ideas, through the way his brain works. So when he goes into a thing like the NFL, which is admittedly a lot simpler than like the world of intense business that he comes from, you could imagine him going, oh, this is going to be easy. I'll just make the best decisions in the world. And he obviously doesn't understand the game of football or didn't know really how it works fully. Maybe he's like a fan he likes to watch, enjoys the game. And then again, you've seen him kind of acting up. I think it was more embarrassment that made him act the way he did toward that fan. Not like him just being a prick. I think it was more like, man, I can't believe I'm such an idiot. Yeah, he thought he could step in and be the guy who runs the team. Like he was like, all right, I can just do everything. I'm going to turn these guys into winners. And again, I don't think he did it out of malice, out of ill intent. I don't think he did anything out of spite or stupidity. I think it was mainly out of stupidity. Doing when shit down and then that tore team chemistry. Yeah, so Tepper's got, Tepper probably learned a lesson. I hope he's apologized to his team. And again, it's not a bad thing. He's a very young owner. He's what, year 3 coming up? So he got a little overzealous with his hands-onness. And he found out very quickly he wasn't Robert Kraft or Jerry Jones. He's going to have to be more like the Fords. Like Sheila Ford Ham just basically kind of went, all right, here you go. I'm going to hire Spielman, Barry Sanders, and back way the fuck off this football team. And I'll just stand like this in the background. And I'll help the NFL with the business parts. And she got immediately hired onto a bunch of like NFL boards. if you're a conspiracy theorist, you'd say that's why the Lions are successful now. Is because I believe the Lions help run USA football, or like, you know, like that big like ranked football game for all like the top college prospects that happens. I think Sheila Ford Hamp is now one of like the boards of directors for that. The 18, I don't know, like the, it's not the Under Armour All, it might be the Under Armour All America game. No, I think it might be Under Armour All America. Like the really big one. By the way, if you guys haven't dropped a like yet, make sure you do so. Calvin Ridley, I just went where the money was. Yep. That about makes sense. Goddamn, fuck the stupid ass Titans, dude. By the way, I think I could make a better GM than my team's GM, Elliot Wolf. Because, like, number one, I would have signed D-Hop last year. Because, again, we lost this by like $1 million. In every one of these free agent situations, I'm finding out the Patriots could have won it with like 1.5 million more money offered. And it's like, God damn it, dude. Like, my team would be so much better. We would be at least competent on offense. Signing KJ Osborne is okay, though. That's pretty good. We add yet another wide receiver 2/3 to the mix. That gives us about 4 wide receiver 2s, wide receiver 3s. I will say the Patriots have one of the most probably the best mediocre receiving room in the NFL. You got to give them some credit. If there's a team that can identify a 2 or 3 wide receiver, that's the New England Patriots. You cannot sneak a 2 or a good slot guy by these guys. They're like, hey, you come here. And they got themselves a 2, a 3, maybe even a 4. Again, if they could find a 1, the Patriots go from like the 24th ranked receiving room to like the 10th. It's like this weird dichotomy going on in New England where they just can't seem to ever find like that one guy. But like they could get you a Kendrick Bourne, a KJ Osborne, like Devontae Parker's. It's just like, yeah, all these guys make up a good core, but a terrible situation because there's no like elite number 1 pass catcher. Like I'm half expected we're gonna sign Tyler Boyd too. It's like, oh sweet, another number 3 or number 2. This is awesome. We're just where the land of non-premier wide receivers go. This is sweet. Carolina gets 6 to 8 wins. I'd be happy. No, you guys will probably have statistically the easiest schedule in the NFC, or at least as easy as possible, depending on, you know, certain matched up divisions. What division you guys play for the AFC? Is there anyone else even here? You guys are allowed to talk. You guys got something to say about your teams? It's feel free to bring it up. AFC West. Oh yeah, you guys might be fucked. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. That's probably 4 losses. Isn't it cool the Lions swept that sorry ass division last year? Walked out, bitch smacked all 4 of them teams. Like, what the fuck is this? Supposed to be one of the best in the NFL? Ugh. I think they bullied all the teams except Kansas City too. Yeah, Stud. Yeah, I'm not sure what your guys' defense is going to look like. What's up, Jared? Oh, yeah, you Ravens fans got it. Ravens might be a real problem next year. Lions were very good against the AFC West like last season. NFC East. Ooh, that sucks. Van Ginkel, you lost Xavier Howard, which is a big deal, I think. You guys lost like 7 starters. It's like an insane number of defensive starters. I'm not really sure how that's going to play. But that really hurts your team, I think. Especially because like your team was good at defense last year. It's not like you guys like struggled on defense. You needed to get rid of everybody. It's like Well, we just can't afford everybody. We put all our money on offense. And at this point, we don't know if it's going to work or fail miserably. Yeah, just like it's just like, oh boy. This is one of them situations where I actually am not sure who wins the NFC AFC East next year. It's kind of feels like it's like wide open. In anybody's grasp. Yeah, he's a Dolphins fan. I think if the Patriots actually like get like T Higgins and they get like Drake May or one of these good young quarterbacks and like another lineman, I feel like we could run for the division. Like I really think so. Like I don't think it's like a crazy thought. Like the Patriots didn't we only got blown out twice last year. In our 13 loss season. Most of our losses, if you go look at it, it's hilarious scores like 10-7. Like the majority of our losses are like 5-point, 6-point losses. For example, we almost swept Buffalo. Like it's we almost beat Miami in one of the games. One of the games they kind of ran away with it at the very end. And I think the Jets game that was like the Jets just kept scoring at the end. We were like, it was one of them situations where the Jets should have kneeled it down at the end and like they ran it with Breece Hall at the very end of the fucking game for some reason because they needed to get him like a certain number of things to get like what was it, a contract thing? What are those called? But yeah. There we go. That should get some people from my Discord in here. He's not underrated. He's perfectly rated. He's a pretty good running back. I think most people view Breece Hall as a top NFL guy. And he would be a lot better if the Jets had a slightly better passing game. Teams couldn't stack the box against him, and like his offensive line wasn't like, hot dog shit on a warm, cold summer evening. Like that weird thing where it's like 55 degrees in June, where you're like, what the fuck happened? Where'd the heat go? Then you look at your watch and you're like, oh, it's 4:30 in the morning. Well, that would make some sense. Why am I awake? Well, it looks like no one's coming to this stream, folks. Kinda. See, this is why the Patriots couldn't get this. They weren't about to pay $20 million for fucking Tyron Smith. And I bet you the Patriots offered like 15 and he was like, gonna go for 20. It's just like, God damn it, dude. Seems like my team just can't seem to win any of these things. Do we think there's a quarterback battle brewing in Pittsburgh? Doesn't seem very likely. You know what's annoying? I'll just do a different stream and a whole bunch of people will come in and talk about football. So I don't really get why no one wants to come talk football anymore when the football topic is the stream. That's a very confusing. Because like if I was covering baseball right now, we were having a great football talk during the baseball stream with like 10 people here, and it's like, well, I know the fuck don't you guys come to the football streams? Yeah, it's very confusing, Chris. Yeah, now you have to face the guy who could have. Now you have to face Caleb Williams. You think Russell Wilson will fix what? Oh, will fit what Arthur likes to do? Yeah, I think so. He's not really a throw first QB. He plays better off good run games. Kind of almost fits Arthur Smith's system to like a glove. It's actually a very good fit. Again, Russ isn't like a guy you probably want throwing it 40 times a game. Never really has been. You don't like Caleb? Why? Because he's a teenager? Or, well, he's 20 years old and isn't made of iron, I guess. I don't know. Not really sure what there isn't to like about Caleb. Have you ever seen him throw a football? Have you seen him in the pocket? I genuinely don't get what people are like. I don't really like his game. He's a little lazy. Yeah, so are all college quarterbacks. They're fucking way too good. They're like, this is fucking boring, dude. You can kind of see it. A lot of quarterbacks kind of calm down after college because, again, they're just like, I can take this shot. And they get picked, and they're like, oh, well. And when they get asked about those throws, they go, no, I was just bored. Fair enough. Just a feeling. I feel you. As long as you acknowledge it isn't like trying to say like, oh, his arm isn't that good. It's like, dude, have you ever seen him throw a ball? It's unbelievable to watch him throw a football. He's got that arm talent that everybody like claims everyone else has, but it's like, no, that's right there. That guy can flick a ball harder than I've seen in a while. Just loft it to people. Yeah, and he's a great athlete too, man. There's literally, it's like everything he does is like NFL translation. Now, attitude wise, can he do it? I think so. Because he's a little different than you would expect a quarterback to be. I think he's a little bit more outspoken, a little bit aloof. Not exactly like with quarterbacks. There's this sort of thing you expect from them, and it doesn't seem like Caleb is that guy. He's almost kind of like a wide receiver personality plugged into a quarterback. That was never real. He addressed that, by the way. He said he said he has no idea where that shit came from. He's like, I don't know. I think he even said you can't play in the NFL and own a team. I think that was what his response, or like have anything to do with ownership. You can't. He would have never said that. That was just some fake shit somebody made up sometime. There's a lot of things about Caleb Williams that actually isn't true and just kind of is something somebody said on Twitter about him. It's like, well, is there proof he said that? Or anyone in his camp said that? Or is it just like some verified Twitter account that was like, I heard Caleb say that he wants part ownership? Like ML Money Football or whatever the fuck that stupid account's name is, or like Dove Kleinman. It's probably like the source of the news. He was probably like, I'm just gonna make some shit up because I'm Dove Kleinman and I'm a fucking idiot. And that's just kind of what he does. That's your schedule? Not bad. Those are your ops. For me, I don't really care about the upcoming NFL schedule for a while. Aaron Donald retired. We haven't streamed since that. That seems like a pretty big deal. Damn, I guess everyone in my Discord thinks Amy Schumer is hot. Yeah, I mean, obviously you're going to play your division. It's going to be crazy if the NFL adds an extra game. I'm going to hate that. I don't know why. I feel like that's just going to lead to a really bad situation. But I think that way teams get 2 bye weeks now. I mean, Yeah. Why would you think Schumer's hot unless I misspoke? No offense to her, but isn't she like 40 years old and a mom of like multiple kids? I don't find moms attractive. Comedian Amy Schumer. She was funny for a little bit and then it just completely went away. I don't know what happened. It was like very funny on her come up and then she got famous and just went and just it was all over. Sad. It was sad. She was supposed to be like a great. What's up, Sean? Because again, young Amy Schumer when she was coming up through the comedy scene was very very funny. Um, and then it just she sold it all away for that fame that she got. Well, Sean, it's been a while. Well, actually, no, we've seen it. We've talked since the last NFL talk, but do you think the Steelers will draft a quarterback? I think so. They'll find a new QB, whether it be Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, or hopefully they take a quarterback with the first pick. Bo Nix. Yeah. Probably not this first round. No, not anywhere early. Megan Fox, but from Transformers. Yeah, she was pretty good looking back then. We tied. Aha. Good luck beating the Tigers. Can't handle the second half of the game Tigers. They're very good. Damn, Stowers came up and hit another home run in that inning. That's annoying as fuck. Guess he was just feeling it. You think Michael Gallup will have? You know what? The Patriots may sign Tyler Boyd and Michael Gallup. That way we can complete our like quadfecta of signing a bunch more number twos and number threes, like we did with KJ Osborne. Again, I'm happy with the KJ Osborne signing. Don't get me spoiled or anything. Um, but boy, do I just want a number one receiver in New England. Like, can we just get one guy who's actually like? Because again, if you go look at the Patriots receiving core, it's very good. If you add a number one, yeah, it's like Juju, Kendrick Bourne, Pop Douglas, Tyquan Thornton, KJ Osborne. It's like all these people are not number ones, but like as a group, not bad. No, we cut Parker, but as a group, not bad. If you put a number one there, then you have Hunter Henry at tight end with what's his fucking name? Austin Hooper at tight end too. That's not bad. That's not a bad receiving core if you actually have like a real number one on the outside that can like take the defense downfield with him. Like, oh yeah, there's a two there, there's a three there, there's a slot receiver there, there's a four string receiver there. I don't know, he's a free agent. I wouldn't get into the Devontae Parker business. I would advise most teams against it. It's like it's kind of fun, but like the second he starts making crazy catches, he gets hurt. Like it's like fucking clockwork with this guy. Like, damn, what a catch by Devontae. And then he gets up slow and limpy, and you're like, oh, he's out for a few weeks. Yeah, Vrabel's going to be like a team advisor for the Browns. That's a little scary because if what's his name gets fired, that's quite kind of troubling because that means Vrabel probably becomes the head coach. Yeah, you guys got Deontay Johnson. You might get Mike Williams. You could bring in fucking also Michael Gallup. As Laura said, you guys are visiting. We've seen a big trade too in the last couple days. Literally 2 days ago, the Vikings traded and got the number 23 pick from the Houston Texans. Now, obviously, the Vikings they don't do that without knowing they're trading up. So I'm thinking in the next couple weeks or the next couple days, even we'll see a trade with the Vikings acquiring one of the top 5 picks. Clearly not number 1. They're off the board. Chicago's kind of like, we're taking Caleb Williams, surprise, surprise. Or at least we're taking a quarterback, surprise, surprise. So that's going to happen. I think it's kind of leaked out that they're going to take Caleb. So we can just assume that that's done and out of the way. So the draft really starts with the Commanders. And now we have to wonder, is next year's first, 2 firsts this year, enough for the Vikings to slide up to the 2, maybe the 3, maybe the 4? The 4 is the most likely way they go. Because again, if you're Arizona, why would you not take that? That's a haul. Even if you just get the 2 firsts in like a second, 2 firsts in 1 year, and it's an 11 and a 23, that's really good. You could maybe even take that 23, and if there's a team like wanting to like move back into the first, like a team like the Patriots, they offer a whole bunch to trade you to like the 35 or the 36. You come up, or the Patriots come up, you get some of their extra because the Patriots have a decent amount of picks, and you can get something from next year. You know, those kind of things are in play with that 23. That's a very popular moved pick. Them early to mid 20s are like gold. The Bears will probably go line. Yeah, I would imagine. Because again, with Keenan Allen coming in and with DJ Moore, they don't really need to go get a receiver in round 1. They can kind of lay in the cut round 2, get a receiver round 1, take the best available tackle. Fashanu probably goes to the Bears if Joe Alt's already drafted, which he will be. But yeah, the draft becomes very interesting with the Vikings until we see where they trade. The Patriots could take the trade too. The Patriots trade to 11. They take the best receiver available at 11. At 23, they draft Michael Penix. I mean, that's very much in play. And as we get closer to the draft, we see the Patriots not having like done anything real at receiver, not really kind of building anything to the receiver position, kind of leaving it kind of bare. It kind of might hint towards, again, one of the deeper classes we've seen where you could argue that up to even Spencer Rattler, there's like all those guys could be starters to like the 7th ranked quarterback of this draft. It's a very, very good draft class in comparison to the last fucking 3-4 years. Last year's was pretty good though, with Stroud and Richardson, and even maybe Bryce Young, maybe. Whether it be Kirk in Atlanta, we might be able to choose. Yeah, Atlanta might actually be a decent team now. They've had a pretty good offseason. They got to get the line fixed up a little bit with Kirk now, but overall, yeah. Bears have stacked up. Yeah, Bears have gotten a lot better. You know what's funny kind of about the NFC North? Have you guys noticed the firepower these teams are bringing in to compete with the Detroit Lions? The Lions were the number 2 offense in the NFL, maybe number 3 overall this year. And now all of a sudden the Bears are stoking up their offense. The Vikings are kind of rebuilding their offense, and the Packers are building up an offense. Specifically, they're all bulking up their run games to kind of match what the Lions did with Swift and Montgomery. And if you kind of see like when you're playing the leader and there's teams kind of following you, I've seen this happen in New England, where New England would do something on offense that's kind of innovative and a little bit ahead of the game, and that's kind of what how the Patriots stayed ahead. But like, one of the things that helped them stay ahead was teams would see what the Patriots were doing and what was like their success, especially in the AFC East. There'd be this copying of that. Well, the Patriots, having already done that for a year themselves, know exactly how to defend that kind of offense. So what the Patriots would do is they would rebolster their defense to kind of play perfectly against that offense and kind of shut teams down who are doing that. And I see the Lions, who are technically the leader of that division, kind of mimicking that thing I've seen other successful teams do over their runs of kind of like, all right, so we ran the ball with relative ease. We're a very good running team. We run first, then we throw it. We build off the run. Now we see our teams in our division kind of building up these run games with the Packers getting Josh Jacobs, the Vikings getting Aaron Jones, the Bears getting DeAndre Swift. You see the Lions go ahead and go, all right, we're going to get DJ Reader and Davenport and build a giant fucking wall. We improved our, what was it, third ranked rush defense in the NFL last year already. We didn't give up we've only gave up one guy over 70 yards to Christian McCaffrey in the NFC Championship all season long. So now we're going to make our rush defense even better to kind of like, so like, you see what's happening now when these teams try to run at the Lions or try to like do the same thing the Lions have been doing, they kind of get brick walled. And now they're like, well, fuck, we're behind the Lions now again, because the thing we've been thinking was going to get us on equal footing or ahead of them just got fucking brick walled by them building up this defense. You see how the Lions are in this very good position to just kind of stay ahead of teams. That's what gets dangerous when you have a competent front office. And the Bears are playing follow the leader. The Packers are kind of doing it, and the Vikings are rebuilding. So Packers are a big threat because Jordan Love looks like a real good quarterback. Don't let Ven know that I said that, though. He doesn't get to know I think that. Fuck that guy. Ven's a bully, you guys. Let me tell you something about Ven. He sends me very threatening DMs sometimes, like, what's up, bitch boy? The Patriots are shitty now. How's that feel, pussy? I'm like, what are you doing, dude? He's like, yeah, Jordan Love's a Hall of Fame potential quarterback. What about Mac Jones? Oh, wait, never mind. He's not on your shitty team anymore. You guys fucking failed. And I'm like, gee, well, dude, it's not that easy. He's like, we've never even failed that quarterback getting pussy. I was like, Ben, I thought we were friends. He's like, I wouldn't be friends with you. I was like, ugh. Okay. Guy's a jerk. Especially since he's not here to defend himself. Everything I said was true. It's probably good for us that they won't sign Snell. The funniest part of the Aaron Donald's retirement is all the quarterbacks saying thank God. And if you're Aaron Donald, that's probably the greatest retirement message you can get from offensive players, is seeing tweets from people like Kyler Murray just saying the words thank God. It's just like, oh, okay, cool. All right, that's what I wanted to hear. I didn't want no heartfelt. It was fun playing against you. I want, oh, the nightmare's over. The big bad man is fucking gone, dude. Fuck this guy. Yeah, literally, offensive players across the league are just rejoicing that this fucking monster is leaving the game, and I don't blame him, dude. God damn. He's been an absolute terror on the game of football since he popped into the league. Defensive tackle getting almost 20 sacks this season. That's ridiculous. He's arguably one of the greatest defenders we've ever seen play football. Like, pound for pound, he might be the greatest defensive tackle of all time. Like, he's up there way in that debate. Is he the best? Because Strahan was a defensive end, right? Taylor was a defensive end. Like he's basically a fucking nose tackle. Like, that's the funniest thing about Aaron Donald. He's a 6 foot tall nose tackle. He literally might be the greatest defensive tackle of all time. It's a debatable thing because, again, a lot of the greatest defensive linemen of all time are all like ends and edge rushers. Josh Uche took a massive pay cut to stay with the Patriots. He was offered like a 2-year, like $16 million deal from a team, or $17 million deal, and he took a 1-year, $3 million deal with the Patriots. That's because you guys don't know. My team's actually not that bad, by the way. Everyone keeps saying we're bad, but we're getting a bunch of good players on cheap-ass contracts, and everybody's sticking around. You know what that tells me? The team isn't actually as bad as people think they are. We just had a very bad year. We're a whole new team, whole new direction. Things are in bright mode. We just got to get one off. We got to get one wide receiver, probably a QB for the future. I think we're right back in this bitch. I think we're winning 30 games. Or wrong sport. Yeah, I can't believe he did that. He really just likes being a Baltimore Raven. He just don't want to leave. He really likes being Lamar's tackle. It's a very easy job to be Lamar Jackson's tackle. Like, listen, fuck it. I'm going to get paid anyway. Maybe, Sean, you know what it is? Someone probably finally explained to him that a pay cut in the NFL isn't actually a pay cut. And it just gets reverted to signing bonus. And you get the money right away. I don't think he knew that. Like, I'll be honest with you. Because, like, the way he talked about pay cuts is it sounded like he's like, I'm not taking less money. Like, I don't think some guys actually understand, like, how this works. It's like, what are they taking some of your guarantee? Like, they can't just change the money in your contract. Doesn't it just get reverted to, like signing bonus and it's less annual money per year? Does that, like, bother some guys? I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd be like, hell, dude, pay me base salary and give me all the money in bonus. I want it all now. Fuck that. You got $60 million laying around? Give me that. Give me my whole contract right now. I'll take $1 million a season. I don't really give a fuck. Well, I hope he's fine. I hope he can play well. I'm just annoyed he went to the Jets. And the Patriots didn't even try for fucking Keenan Allen. Could have got him, dude. 4th round pick. That's all it took. You guys don't realize how lucky some of you guys are with your teams, man. My team's just doing nothing. Costa basically told him, due to injuries and poor play, they told him, we can cut you and see what team signs you, or take the cut and prove yourself. Fair. And they just renegotiate and give him more money next year than if he earns it, I guess. I suppose. Well, I was basically completely right about the 2021 draft class being terrible, except for maybe Trevor Lawrence and maybe Mac Jones. I was pretty like my Mac Jones evaluation was, I think he could be good. I think he could be bad. No, you're good, Spears. Welcome. But ultimately, I thought he was probably the most immediately pro-ready QB I'd seen in a while, and I think I was right about that. I figured he was like an immediate starter wherever he went. Again, I'm always hope I'm wrong about my draft evaluations of quarterbacks, but like I'm usually, it's just like, damn, dude, I wish these guys weren't all terrible. It'd be nice. 2022, I didn't even take serious. I was like, what the hell is this crap? I've seen some tapes of all of them throwing. I was like, ugh. It was like, well, that's all I need to see. This is awful. Obviously, I didn't see Brock Purdy. I still probably would have been like, oh, this is awful. So that doesn't count as a miss. I didn't know he existed. When I got through the first like 4 or 5 QBs and they all sucked, I was like, I'm good. These guys all suck. The only one I'm surprised that didn't actually turn out to be halfway decent was Malik Willis. I think I was okay on him. I was like, he could be good. I was like 50-50 on him. I was like, What? And then last year I was confused on Stroud, and I was pretty sure Richardson was going to be good. I think that's all I like, though. I think I also like Trey Lance in that draft. I thought Trey Lance was going to be a lot better. I kind of missed on that one. I thought Trey Lance was going to be was going to be a guy, if I remember right. That that didn't ever work. That just died. And who knows? He could still be good. He hasn't really gotten a fair shot. Quarterbacks like him do not work in Shanahan's offense. I don't know why they drafted him. I genuinely think that's one of them rare moments where they just said the wrong name. They're like, Mac, fucking Trey Lance. Well, yeah, because he went to like Iowa State University, and he wasn't really popping anyone's. He wasn't. He just wasn't standing out to anybody. You got to get people's attention to get drafted out of them small schools. Doesn't have a crazy good arm that just screams at you, draft me. He's not exactly a barn burner. Almost died. Not bad. You guys signed Hollywood Brown. You guys' team is getting fancy. All West Coast on you. You're gonna have to go see all the Marvel movies now, and I don't know, do Hollywood stuff. Yeah, he's fast as shit. Hands aren't very good, but he's fast. Richardson, yeah, he plays. He's a guy who needed to sit out a year, so he learned to not play the way he did. And the problem with Anthony is he plays an aggressive style of running that gets you very hurt in the NFL at the quarterback position, and he learned the hard way about that, sadly. It's like, dude, you can't be doing that to yourself, which is what I'm very afraid about for Drake May. He's very similar to Richardson in the way they kind of have this weird run a lot tendency, and they kind of run into defenders. Jaden Daniels, similar issue. I'm hoping these guys stop doing that now, because that's how you get fucked up in the NFL. That's how you get like beat up pretty good. Ask Anthony Richardson. If it can happen to a big guy like that, then every game. Got to be smart when you run. You can't really run right through people either. You got to go around them or kind of try to like bounce off of them like that. Like collide at angles. Fucking Richardson's running straight through people in the NFL thinking that's going to work. Like, nah, bro, you're probably weaker than almost everyone on that field right now. The veteran's going to be like, oh, yeah, you think you're going to run right through me? Not yet, bro. Wham. And we'll see. Hopefully they learn the lesson, but young QBs, eh? Allen will probably be all right. I noticed this year he was a lot less errant with his running. He was a lot more like calculated with it. A lot less like just try to run over a motherfucker. I think he was a little bit more reserved with it this year. Not as, crazy, but yeah, exactly, Adam. Yeah, you're not gonna get through a middle linebacker like that. How about that? He will avoid. Yeah, with Hollywood Brown, yeah, he's not but the thing with Hollywood Brown and the Chiefs offense, the role that he's playing is he's literally running straight down the field like Tyreek Hill used to do. It's very likely he's not going to be in many situations where it's either he catches a home run ball and he's gone, or oh well, he'll try again. He's literally just going to be Tyreek Hill. He's not that much slower. What's up, Kenny? Relatively, they're probably pretty much the same speed. Just Tyreek Hill has really good hands. Have you, Sean, you say that about Hollywood Brown. Think about this. Have you ever seen Tyreek Hill make a contested catch or break a tackle? I haven't, and I see my teams play against him all the time. He's got Shamrock Shake. Ooh, hell yeah. Again, Tyreek Hill, I think, is one of the best receivers in the NFL. But like, I've never seen him have to go for a 50-50 ball. He doesn't block for shit. And he doesn't really get break tackles either. He's just very hard to grab. When he breaks tackles, it's because guys are like trying to grab at him like this. Because they're like, God damn it, he's so fast. But like if he gets caught, he's done. He goes down quick too, if you haven't noticed. I actually think he falls down. Like go watch some of his thing. Like watch the way he gets hit. Someone will like hit him and he just goes like this kind of and goes like, I'm down. Again, he's a smart player. That's why he never gets hurt. But Tyreek Hill's skill set isn't in like breaking tackles and running through a motherfucker and catching the ball over him. Tyreek Hill is a track star type player. Boom. Pure octane. Go. And again, it's nothing against Tyreek Hill, but it's the reason why once his speed goes, he's going to retire. And that's probably why he said at the end of his Dolphins contract in a couple years here, he's probably just going to retire. Because there's no reason for him to slow down. Because if he slows down, that's probably that. Yeah, Allen's a beast. He never gets hurt. Again, Tyreek's one of the better receivers in the NFL, but, you know, not a big deal if a guy isn't like a contested catch guy. He doesn't really have to be one. The reason it's a big deal for Hollywood is because he can't catch the ball. He is kind of, well, he can, obviously, but like the drops. Otherwise, you know, why isn't he just running straight lines? You know, guys like that exist in the NFL all the time. With his speed, dropped it, overruns it. Another underrated skill that guys like things like Tyreek Hill, I think Justin Jefferson does it really well. Jamar Chase, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore. Not so much Devontae Adams, AJ Brown. These guys, not so much AJ Brown either. All those guys I said before, Keenan and no, not Keenan. Before like Metcalf and AJ and Deebo Samuel. Those guys aren't that great at tracking the ball. They have very good hands and can catch the ball and they're strong as shit and they're fast. Great athletes, but like guys like Tyreek Hill, Chase, Jefferson, like they have this almost like innate ability. Like when they're running, like if you watch them running, they're like look to the ball and their like body like subconsciously like shifts to like where the ball's going, and it's like it puts them in like the perfect spot to catch it. It's like it's crazy to watch that happen. It's like they're magnetized to the football. Is the best way to look at it. Like go watch Tyreek Hill run a route. His body's going like this a lot while he's running down the field. Like making weird little micro adjustments that if you watch it, you're like, what the fuck's he doing? Why is he zigzagging? Like, is he trying to like lose the defender? No, his body's like, he's like getting where the ball is and his brain's like making his body like super react to like the perfect spot. And like, and he'll catch it like in like the weirdest position or like how the fuck did he make himself? How did he catch that like that? Again, it's like, I think it has to do with that. These micro adjustments they make while running. Yeah, Curtis Samuel to Baltimore is a good pick. A really good pickup. That's why Mahomes had way less overthrows when he had Tyreek Hill as his top guy. And now he overthrows it a lot. Because again, Mahomes he's not a very accurate quarterback. Nothing against the guy, but he's got a great arm, but he fucking whips it down the field and it goes random spots. Somewhat. Tyreek Hill completely made up for that. Yeah, it's a baseball move. but I also think it's just some like a good ball tracking thing. Like I think it's got to just be something. You know what I mean? I think outfielders have it too. Yeah, like pro outfielders have that too. They're like you can see it. They're like subconsciously doing it because it's like effort. It's like wow, that's awesome. Baseball feels a little bit more deliberate because it's like the ball's going up, you're tracking, and then oh, I guess same thing. Yeah, Mahomes just whips it. He's like, fuck it, somebody's down there. And then it hits the turf. He's like, I guess not. Yeah, Samuel in Buffalo is really good. That's a very underrated signing. I'm surprised it didn't get more press and attention, to be honest. Personally, I thought it was a big deal. Zach Wilson to the 49ers. Anyway, you're more into football than baseball. I like them the same. You think Wilson to the Vikings? Nah. Probably would have been a good wide receiver. I'm glad he didn't play base or football though. He's way too injury prone for that shit. He would have played 1 year and just been hurt for the rest of his life. He'd just never recovered. He'd have been like, I fucking hurt everything. I broke my whole body. It's like the only knock against Griffey Jr. is the dude did get hurt like a weird amount. Like 100% the only reason Griffey didn't break the home run record is because he got hurt all the fucking time. What did he get to, like 630 home runs? And it's just like, damn, dude. If you could have just stayed healthy. Especially toward the end of his career. I feel like the last like 5 years of his career, he missed like every game. It was brutal. Good. He's good. He's all right. He's a solid bridge quarterback. Played really good last year, so clearly there's something there. I'm just not really, you know, going to the faders. Yeah. Josh Allen on the Niners? Wouldn't work. If you want to know. I don't think it'd work. Again, I think with Shanahan's offense, guys who play off script and improvise don't do as well as quarterbacks who just stay to the script and run the offense. I think a quarterback who would be better for them would be like Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones. If they didn't have somebody like Russell Wilson, would have been good. No, he's just good in like a very specific offense. He's not good in like a highly structured, highly like run these plays, run this play, run this play, run this play, stick to this play. You got to throw it to these guys at this guy. Allen wouldn't work like that. But a lot of his injuries was, yeah, I know how he played, but again, it just seems like his injury proneness would have transferred over to football real bad. That was a knock on Hayes in Baltimore for the first few years until he calmed down a bit. Oh, that he plays too aggressive? Yeah, I mean, you can't be hurting yourself to make plays. It's like you're no good to the team if you're out like injured all the time. You know what I mean? Like go from 10 down to like 8. It's like we're not asking you to do a lot. Just look for the fucking wall. And again, you're kind of injury prone if you keep getting hurt. Even if it's by accidents, you're still injury prone. You know, you're just making it. It's just mistakes. You're just Mid-team, unfortunately. They have a running back at quarterback still. Mid-ass coach. Lost Patrick Queen. Last place team in the AFC. Yeah, because because again, he's not trying to overdo himself in the field, so he has a little bit more energy while batting. So it all plays out a little bit. Not dealing with like constant sore fucking like aching problems from going ballistic in the outfield and shit. Diving for every goddamn hit. Man, my ribs and wrist always hurt. It's like this part of my arm just fucking kills all the time. Oh, like right here on my ribs. But yeah, maybe quit fucking body smacking the fucking earth every 5 seconds, you idiot. Got bad road rash on my whole arm. Yeah, that's because you're sliding across the grass. He should, Kenny. Hopefully he doesn't regress or anything. He's a pretty young cat. It could be. You never know. Jets could be good. Patriots could be good. Dolphins could be good. Bills could be good. It could all be over 500 teams. That'd be pretty, what I'm looking for. That'd be pretty competitive. Sean, I'm messing with you. I hope you know that. I was just being contrarian. It just sucks that you guys don't have a quarterback. Marby. Like, could you imagine if you guys had a quarterback though? Got him again, dude. That's a 2-for-1 special. Like, what about Josh Allen running? Dude, that's just the quarterback who runs the football sometimes, dude. What are you doing? Weird. Like, wait, why? What do you think about Lamar Huntley? Or Tyler Huntley? Oh, another running back trying to play quarterback. Hilarious. Like, that's weird. That's 2 weird opinions. What do you think about... I don't know anymore. I don't know another white mobile quarterback. What did you change your major to? What do you think about Drake May? Oh, just, he's just a guy who's pretty athletic, likes to run the football sometimes when the play breaks down. Like, so Josh Allen, Drake May, just mobile guys, like to run around if the play breaks down. Still very good QBs, but your PR, nice. It's a pretty solid major to get into. Press relations. Is that what that stands for? Yeah, facts, Sean. No cap. No kizap. I haven't really seen anyone play. What's up, Ven? Oh, I'm glad you weren't here earlier. You got roasted to death, dude. You have a good night, Adam. Thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate you. Mock my words, the Chiefs will not be in the Super Bowl. Your words are stupid. And they're ugly. And they smell bad. And they look funny. And how much more mockery do you want? Do you mean mark my words? Beers? I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that. I should have just gave you the correct verbiage. I'm going to be a terrible professor. I'm just going to make fun of people's mistakes. Like, what did you mean by this? Are you a dumbass? Why are you paying for this class? Maybe your parents should smack you in the mouth and teach you how to be a better person. It's like, what the fuck? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, yeah. Hopefully not, Spears. We need some flesh butt. We need new teams in there. I'm sorry. I thought it was funny. Oh, Sean, I didn't mean nothing. I wouldn't take me seriously. Van, why'd you have to scan your computer? What are you looking at? Oh, you caught me. Van just nothing. Just acts really weird about it. I don't even use my computer. Never used it one time. Don't even have a computer. I lied. It's just a phone. Oh, shit. Well, that's fun. So now you're thinking some of the stuff. Yeah. You make sure you're not like got like a keylogger or anything in there. Probably a good thing. Ben, do you find it hilarious the state of the Chicago Bears and how the Bears fans are in despair about how they fucked the pickup? Dude, they think even if they get Caleb, they're like, why are we only getting one draft pick out of this? What the fuck are we doing? Their fans would be way better GMs than the actual people who run that team. Apparently been doing this to other players, specifically mainstream players and shit. They're just some hacker dude. I hate people like that, just ruining shit for everybody. I don't get what they're doing. They could have. I don't know. They must just really like Drake May. To be fair, I mean, it's probably like if they actually take Drake May here, then like what? I mean, what are we gonna say? Like they did the right thing. Even if it goes wrong, you can't really make fun of them. Like it's just, oh, guess Caleb was a bust. Like if they actually do the right thing, draft Caleb Williams, draft the lineman with the 9 pick, probably Fashanu at this point. Like, what are we supposed to say? Like, oh, they did everything right for the first time in franchise history. I can't believe it. Do you think they'll get their first 4,000-yard passer, Ven? Or do you think it'll be hilarious when he goes for exactly 37, like 1 yard under the franchise record of like 3,800? I'd be like, oh, that's so funny. He like almost ties Jay Cutler's best year ever. He's like, all the Bears fans like, are you fucking kidding me? We just want one good year. The Patriots rookie throws for 4,200. I'd be like, hell yeah, look at us go. I wouldn't blame Bears fans. What are they supposed to do? The NFC 2 years in a row? What do you mean for the NFC 2 years in a row, Spears? Up space? Space Spear? It's weird that Space Spear and Spears are both Bills fans. I find that to be fascinating. Damn, everyone hates the Packers. It's Spears. Do not feel bad for the Chicago Bears. They're a 100-year-old franchise. They should know how to find a fucking quarterback by now. I feel nothing for that team. Like, I would feel bad if I feel bad for the Panthers because they can't figure shit out because they were made in the 90s. Chicago was made 100 years ago, and they can't figure out the core. The Detroit Lions have had way more success at the quarterback position than the Bears could ever dream of. If the Bears knew what quarterbacks were in the 80s, they would have had a 5-year run to never losing again. Like, that defense that they had in the mid 80s should have won like 3 straight Super Bowls. No one could have stopped them, but they had like Jim McFucking Man at quarterback and a bunch of like funny duddies. It's like, what? This is like a franchise long issue. And it's very funny to watch. They probably would have won multiple Super Bowls in the mid 2000s if they didn't have Rex Grossman and Kyle Orton at quarterback. Sorry. Oh, I'm then saying go to the Discord. I'll read. Hey, what's up, Phil? How you doing, buddy? I predicted the Eagles going to the Super Bowl. The 1 year I predicted. Oh, nice. Good job, Spears. That for franchise with so many great legends. Yeah, dude, it's just so bad with quarterbacks for them. Fields get trade. Oh, you saw the black dick one? Yeah, Kenny's black dick one. That was hilarious. Fields. I have another thing related to that. Hold on. Fields got traded to the Steelers to sip. Yep, pretty much. Yeah, it's not bad for Wilson or for Fields. Let him develop. Let him get a little bit better. It works. I like Wilson backing up Fields actually, or Fields backing up Wilson. I like that move. There's a new superhero movie being made called Nova. It's about the superhero like Nova. Do you know what the character's name is? The character's name is Richard Rider. Do with that what you will. If your brain's firing, it's like, wait, why is that funny? Dick Rider. Wait. Oh my God. I might actually go see that superhero movie. Just for, scientific purposes. Yeah, that's the joke, Phil. God damn it, Phil. When Jim McMahon is considered your friend. Yeah, exactly. Love first season started with yeah, dude, Love's first season as a Bear or as a Packer was better than any Bears quarterback ever. Yeah, Sean, I noticed that. It's pretty good. Yeah, the Richard Rider, I was laughing for 10 minutes this morning when I seen that when I woke. I was like, oh, that's hilarious. They got the Dick Rider movie coming out. And no one under like the main thing is like pointing it out. And I was like, come on. Yeah, you said that, Ben. You said someone tweeted out some like terrorist shit. Was that your burner? Are you a secret Bears fan? Ben, you know what's going on? I think the motherfuckers. You know how your team does all this weird, frustrating shit? My team's doing it now too. Like your team has all these like frustrating, just lack of motion they do, and they move in this weird silence, and they just don't do anything splashy. And I'm sitting here going, if we keep adding goddamn 2s and 3 wide receivers and we don't get a number 1, I'm going to lose my mind. Like, listen, I like KJ Osborne. I think he's a good wide receiver. Who the fuck's playing the X next year still? Yeah, Max a Jaguar. And I'm like, oh, this is what the Packers fans had to go through. This is what they go through all the fucking time because we got a bunch of idiot Packers guys running my fucking football team. And they're like, listen, we'll just surprise them. It's like, dude, we don't have a 1. You guys could do this because you had Devontae Adams. Please go get us a 1. The quarterback of the Pats is Jacoby Brissett. The Bears passed on Mahomes because they're stupid. The Giants passing on the Bear or on Mahomes is even sadder. Do you want to know why? Because Ben McAdoo literally told the Giants, we really need to draft Patrick Mahomes. And you know what Mara said, the owner of the Giants? I ain't drafting that fucking guy. And they drafted Daniel Jones. Dude, if you go look up Ben McAdoo's scouting reports on quarterbacks, it is one of the most mind-blowing, like, he doesn't miss. Like, when Ben McAdoo is like, draft this quarterback. Like it's like he knows what he's doing. Like if the Giants had listened to him at any point, they'd be in a good spot right now. They'd have Mahomes, they would have Watson. Maybe I refine that. They would have at least had Mahomes. They would have had Josh Allen, who he called the best quarterback of that class. They'd have had either Lamar Jackson, who he called the second best quarterback of that class. They would have had Mahomes the year prior, but they didn't listen to Ben McAdoo. And now he's on my team. Please. Maybe we'll get it just right. Michael Penix to the Patriots, Ben. It's going to happen. Do you see how my team hasn't gotten a wide receiver, Ben? Uh-oh. You starting to feel nervous? Going to take that trade with the Vikings? Or maybe we take Marvin Harrison. Shut up, dude. That's why I don't like you, Ben. Hey, at least my running back ain't Josh Jacobs. Ain't that right, Phil? The Packers have actually a pretty good run defense, or rush offensive line, of all things. They can run the ball pretty well. And Jacobs can catch the ball out of the backfield. Multifaceted talent back. Yeah, I like Jacobs there. Space. Okay, we get it, dude. You almost lost to Bailey Zappi, all right? Nobody cares. Ultimately, all of our team seasons ended the same way. So 4-13 playoffs. What's the difference? Ultimately, you guys just get a worse draft pick than my team. And my team gets to get Marvin Harrison, not Drake May, and Michael Penix, not Drake May. I would say I'm a little worried about you guys losing Runyon, but that's probably about it. I'm sure you guys will draft linemen, though. It doesn't seem to be a big problem for you guys. But again, losing Runyon isn't a small thing. It's like kind of like for the Lions. I'm like, I'm kind of worried about them losing Jonah Jackson, but like one guy isn't hard to replace. Especially guards. It's one of them things where it's like guards are hard to replace where you kind of have this worry about it. But like ultimately it's like when you got 4 other really good players on the line, it's like yeah, Gallup will be picked up. He's got a lot of suitors. He's going to wind up a Patriot because why not? We're the land of 2s and 3s and 4s. Ben, have you seen my team? They've added more wide receivers to our stable of fucking 2s and 3s. We kept Kendrick Bourne. Boom. Another 2 or 3. We got fucking KJ Osborne. Boom. Another 2 or 3. We're assembling a team of only 2s and 3s. Again, if you added one good wide receiver for the outside of the Patriots, we go from like the 25th ranked wide receiver room to like top 10, like instantaneously. Because you add in Hunter Henry, you add in Austin Hooper. There's a lot of guys who can catch the football. But ultimately, nobody's like, everyone's sufficiently covered because no one's a number one. And that means like J.C. Horn, for just a name, the first one that came to my head. J.C. Horn, Sauce Gardner's covering fucking like 3 guys at once. It's just like, God damn it. They just need 2 corners, shut down the whole field. We're fucked. Bach is released. But he didn't really play for you guys last year. You guys let Bach go. He is a free agent. But again, he's I called that. I said that was gonna happen. Yeah, that was the easy. Yeah, he's gone. He's a Jet. But he didn't really play. You guys already got a new left tackle though, don't you? I might J Cam. I think that'd be funny. I always do a private bracket. I've like everyone here can confirm this. I've never actually gotten a pick wrong on my personal private bracket that I don't reveal to the public. Yeah, I'll probably do one though, and maybe this year will be the year I finally reveal my perfect bracket. We can fuck around and do one. We could do a channel bracket, or like a thing where everyone does their own thing. We could do that tomorrow or something. Like do like a bracket madness thing. I have no idea who I'm picking. I'm just picking random people. Yeah, Donald's already in. Yeah. Derrick Henry. Yeah, that's scary. Lamar and Henry together running read options is a fucking nightmare. Ugh. Dude, imagine like the read option happens and it's like, all right, it's either we got to deal with Lamar Jackson or fucking Derrick Henry. That sucks. Yeah, maybe J-Cam. We could do that tomorrow or something. Ven, you know what's the funniest thing has been? Normally when a player of his stature retires, it's a bunch of like heartfelt posts and a bunch of people like, it was an honor to play against you. With Aaron Donald, no one's even pretending and shit. They're just like, oh, thank fucking Lord he's gone. Linemen across the league are like, oh, thank goodness. Quarterbacks like Kyler Murray are just like, he's like, thank you, God. Geno Smith was probably outside praying and shit. Dude, I like that they're not hiding it either. And if you're someone like Aaron Donald, you're probably like, that's how fuck it. That's what I want to see. Nothing but happiness that I'm gone. And that's the ultimate sign of respect, by the way. Don't take that as anything other than, oh. Yeah, when every offensive player is just like, yeah, didn't they tweet some shit like it's all over now? Just or like something with that essence to it. It was some fucking. It was just like, damn, dude. What's up, Jacob? I don't get how the Eagles are picking up all these people. They lost a lot of people. They cut a lot of people. The Eagles are exceptionally good at roster moves. Howie Roseman is a fucking wizard with that team. Yeah, Steelers, I think, picked up some good quarterbacks. If Wilson doesn't work, they have Fields. If Fields doesn't work, they're going to be in a position to get a quarterback next year. Quarterbacks rejoice. Yeah, that is cold. That's the proper way he goes out. Just a fucking menace. From the moment this dude started in the NFL to the minute he stopped, he was just, yeah, I'm a whole fucking problem. And then he's like, all right, I'm all good now. I'm all set. Arguably the greatest defensive tackle in NFL history. He might be. Like, because again, Straighthead wasn't a DT, right? So who the fuck was better than him at that position specifically? Yeah, all with one team. He won him a Super Bowl at fucking 6 foot tall. I think the Steelers quarterback moves will work out perfectly. Yeah, I think so too. I think Fields is in the right spot. We all thought he'd be perfect for the Steelers. Aaron Donald, the thing about him that's more impressive is the fact that he's fucking 6 foot tall, 5'11". And he plays a position going up against 6'5" giants and shit. I'm taking Atlanta to win their division. Yeah, I think so. Atlanta should be the favorites to win that AFC South. Or NFC South, sorry. They have the best team by a country mile. It kind of just depends how healthy Kirk's leg is. Because he's done. What else is he, Kenny? Question. What else does he have to play for? He's already considered probably the best at his position to ever play the game. He has records that are probably never going to be broken for a defensive tackle. Unless Chris Jones is like, dude, he was just, I'm done. He's just, and he's got his health, his brain's still in good shape. Like, he's good. You got to remember, he is 6 foot tall. He might actually be in physically rough shape. Like, again, he's a very strong man and like feels good. But like, again, the fact that he's 6 foot tall playing defensive tackle, probably that's grating, probably. Like, he's a littler guy, and it's like, dog, guys, I'm just fucking done. I'm so tired of this. He's been mulling retirement for a few years now. After he won that Super Bowl, he was pretty close. He busted his goddamn ass for that football team. And he got him what he wanted. Dude, he accomplished his goals. He won them a ring, and he got the fuck. He's like, all right, I'm all set. I got him through the bad times, and now I'm good. Dude, literally, he may be a unanimous type. He may not get a single no vote. I don't see it. With Russ and Fields, are they tough enough to survive the AFC North? Yep. I think Fields is tough enough to survive because he did do the NFC North, which is, you know, it may not be as good as football. But mentality and toughness wise, I think Fields is good. Yeah, Kenny. Yeah, his career was pretty long for his position too. 10 years. Don got it right at the right time. Great move because of his career stats and dominance of the position. Yep. Getting out before he got bad too. Now it's going to be very hard to say no to his Hall of Fame case. Just like with Brady, it's like, what the fuck are you saying no about? Brady's going to be unanimous. Unless you hold the cheating things against him. That's about Brady's only blemish. And he lost 3 Super Bowls. So, however you want to weigh that. Those are the only things people will vote no on Tom for. So, he may not even get unanimous. But fucking Peyton got in unanimous. Wasn't Peyton every single person said yes? Yeah, right? Yeah, it was, right? Welcome back, Spears. If I'm remembering, I made all the jokes about how Peyton barely got the votes, and it was like, and Peyton Manning is one of the first unanimous Hall of Fame votes, and it was like, God damn it. He was like the first one in like fucking 10 years. It's just like, shit. Unanimous Hall of Fame votes in the NFL are nowhere near as hard as baseball. I believe the only person in MLB history who's been unanimous for the MLB Hall of Fame was Mariano Rivera. And I think there's somebody else. Hank Aaron, maybe? No, I think it's just Mariano, right? Derek Jeter wasn't unanimous. They're thinking Pujols and Miggy will be very, very close. With Miggy being the more likely to be unanimous because he hit over 300. He won a Triple Crown, won batting titles. The only thing that might fuck Cabrera is he never won a Gold Glove. And that's how picky MLB is. They'll be like, oh, you didn't win one award? You're not an all-time, you're not in. That's a no for me, bud. Literally, they're saying no to a first ballot Hall of Fame over like one no glove to like Miguel Cabrera. You want to know why Derek Jeter wasn't unanimous? Never won a batting title. One guy, I believe, voted no because Derek Jeter didn't win a batting title. What were the reasons for Cal? It was one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever read. It was like he didn't win, like, what was it, dude? It was so dumb. Like, they're so particular about that unanimous shit in baseball. Like, with Rivera, there's nothing you could say that, like, you could vote no on him. Like, there's literally, what are you saying no to Rivera for? So he got it. Pujols, it'll be because he didn't hit 300. Like, oh, I can already see them saying no because of that. But again, with Miggy, dude, there's almost nothing you could say no about. Great ambassador to the game, boom, fucking, like, it's like every single thing they look for in like the unanimous thing. Miggy's very much like, again, the milestones that he accomplished, the being like him and like one other person in most of the things he's accomplished, being arguably one of the greatest right-handed hitters the game's ever seen. Oh yeah, it was about the hitting streak and not about him. But with Miggy, that's what I mean. It's like the lack of World Series titles, but that's not something they really weigh for the Hall of Fame. They're not supposed to weigh the World Series stuff. Again, if you win a whole bunch and you're like a World Series MVP all the time, they can consider that, but just not winning them, they're not supposed to consider rings. It's too what's the word I'm looking for with baseball? It's too hard. It's too hard to win a World Series. Like they don't weigh it the same as football does for Hall of Fame people. Like with football, I guess maybe with pitchers, it's a little bit more important that they get a World Series ring than hitters because like you're one of 9 guys. You have very little input on the actual game. You get like 3 at bats a game, usually maybe 4. You see how that kind of. Yeah, Miggy won a World Series in Miami too. So he's got a ring. He's got at least one. That's what I mean. Miggy has like everything that they're gonna look at. He's got a triple crown. He's won batting titles. The only thing he doesn't have is that motherfucking Gold Glove. He's got MVPs. He's got Silver Sluggers. He's got literally. It's so sad. I'm so worried about that goddamn Gold Glove. It's not like he was not a bad defender at first base whatsoever, by the way. He's a very, very good first baseman. It just, he played at a weird time where there was like a bunch of very good first basemen in the MLB. Your Yankees have 28 World Series soon? Nah. Tigers winning the World Series this year, but you know, we'll stop with the baseball stuff. Sorry, I get distracted with Hall of Fame stuff. Aaron Donald. Anyway, you guys, we can probably talk about Venn again now that he's gone. Listen, like I was saying, the dude's a bully. You guys seen how he came in here all hot and fucking yelling at those people for having computer problems. They were just trying to play the game better, and Venn's over here like, oh, look at them, they're evil and shit. We're exploiting and shutting down servers. Oh. You guys seen him? He was freaking out, dude. When in reality, it was just Venn doing that. And he got caught, and now he's like, isn't that crazy that somebody else did that? Oh, shit. What up, Venn? Damn, I thought you'd left. You hadn't said anything in a while. My bad, dude. What's up? I was kidding. One love. Peace, bro. Miggy, he never really had any speed. They moved his ass from the outfield because he was too slow. I mean, he could probably steal bases because he's a very good base runner. But yeah, if he ever got to 20, it's because he had a little bit more speed till he put the weight on, but the weight came pretty quick. Your Bills have 11 picks? What the fuck? Oh yeah, you guys got like compensation picks and shit, like San Francisco. Lions didn't get any because no one hired Aaron Glenn. You fucking racist ass teams. Somebody should have hired Aaron Glenn. Lions would have got a fucking extra pick out of that shit. You know what's annoying, Vent? What did I say would happen about the Patriots not getting a extra draft pick for hiring a minority coach and having a minority coach hired from their team? Said it wasn't. I told you we weren't going to get a fucking compensation pick. They didn't give us one. Number one, we lost a minority assistant. Gerard Mayo is no longer our defensive coordinator. He's the head coach. How the fuck aren't we getting a pick out of this? What did I say would happen? We'd be the only team to ever fucking do that and not get a fucking pick out of it. And I was right every time. Never fails, stupid fucking NFL, dude. We should have had Gerard Mayo go somewhere else for a year, then hired him back. We'd gotten something out of that. Fucking. Then I read how the rule works, and it doesn't work if you promote. Apparently, they don't care if you promote a coach. Like, that's a real thing. I actually thought promoting a coach would give us the Rooney Rule, like, reward of an extra pick. Bullshit, dude. It's kind of lame though, you know. I thought we was about to have an extra third pick. Oh hell yeah, the Falcons and who else is in trouble for tampering right now? The fact that we kind of knew the deals were done, it's yeah, that's tampering, dude. Someone else is in trouble. You think you'll trade some of the picks? Probably. You'll probably try and trade up in some rounds, move around, trade away. The Eagles, yeah, I think the Eagles definitely are a tampering team. I feel like the Eagles are about to get busted for that big time. So the Jets and tampering, name a better duo. Name a more iconic pairing. 100% the Falcons probably did with Kirk Cousins, and 100% probably the Eagles did. Because they'll both lose their first round picks, right? If you get caught, that's a first round pick loss, if I'm not mistaken. They just void those picks into the ether. Falcons will be out. Dude, if Atlanta loses that fucking pick, that's like horrible. Because what do they have? Like the 8th pick of the draft right now? 7th? Like they have a very valuable pick. Yeah, they fucked up. Oh no. Deflategate wasn't real. Media made that shit up because they hate the Patriots. Fucking bullshit ass bullshit. Yeah, even in their own report, they're like, most likely the air from the outside made the ball lose. Like it's just the narratively it's dishonest. Like yeah, those guys deflated footballs for the Patriots. Do you know that like they're allowed to do that? Everyone made a big thing about this whole scheme, but it's like, no, you're allowed to be a quarterback and demand what the ball gets deflated to. Now the NFL just does it. Like, for example, Brady, if he wants to tell the NFL guys to deflate the football, he can. He could be like, hey, deflate that to 12-4, which is the minimum. I like it at the very minimum, 12-4. Rodgers gets his balls inflated to the supermax at 13-8. All guys have different preferences to where they want the ball blown up to. They used to just have to go talk to the fucking ball boy, and the ball boy would fucking. No, it was some linebacker that intercepted the ball, or somebody like that, Spears or something like that. Maybe a corner, Spees, like something like that. I can't remember who it was, something like that, and like everyone like made this thing out of like look at Tom Brady's telling these guys to do that. Yeah, that's their fucking job. He's telling them to deflate the balls as low as they can make them. 12-4, the fucking minimum. Wow, they made a big deal about that. And then like everybody kind of backed off a little bit when Rodgers came out and was like, yeah, I overinflate the football. So all quarterbacks do this. What's the big deal? And then I was like, yeah, that makes a ton of sense. And you know what happened to the Patriots? Because Brady deflates those fucking balls to the minimum, they lost a bunch of air. You know who also deflates footballs down to around the minimum? Andrew Luck did. Do you know who also had like 4 out of their fucking 7 footballs that were tested to be flatter than the Patriots footballs? The Colts. You want to know why that happened? Because when you stick fucking footballs outside in the cold, they lose the air. Especially when they start getting thrown around and kicked and fucking punched and bouncing around and like being used. You ever play catch outside with a cold ball? Yeah, it loses air pretty quick, weirdly enough. And then you put it back inside, it fills right back up. Fucking physics, dude. When you're deflating things toward the bottom, like a lot of quarterbacks like to do because it's easier to throw a ball that way, better grip. Gonna happen. Yeah, you're probably gonna be under the minimums, but they didn't make it. They didn't care about the Colts situation. They're like, who cares? Destroy that evidence. Deflategate was bullshit. It was just narratively not correct. Because again, you could spin that as, well, Brady was telling his guys to break the rules. Again, you could run the other story. You could run the narrative that the NFL ran, and it makes sense to what the like evidence points to, but it's clearly not what happened. Fucking bullshit, dude. You guys should have seen the fights I was in those days. You guys are pretty lucky that the Deflategate thing didn't happen when I was streaming. Can you imagine if that would have happened? How crazy it would have been on this channel. The fights that would have happened. Some of you guys probably would have never watched my channel again after some of those streams. You'd be like, you know what? Fuck that fucking guy, dude. All he defends is this cheating ass bunch of fucking cheating team that he loves so much. I've never seen so many fucking excuses made for one team. I'm tired of this dude. I'd have called some of you guys fucking NFL dick suckers. It would have been a real rough time. I lost a real life friend over this. I lost several friends over Deflate or Spygate. Oh boy, that was tough times at school for Rob. The arguments I got into, the fights I got into over Spygate, literal fist fights. People wouldn't listen to my points, so I'd be like, all right, let's go fight in the bathroom, dude. You're going to talk all this crazy shit about this football team and you don't even know the facts of the fucking story. It's one game. It was one game against the Jets we're in trouble for. I was like, some of us read. I was like, go read the fucking thing. Go read what it's about. Yeah, that was crazy times for old Rob. Do you guys get into intense like sports debates at school to the point where you were like screeching at other people? Yeah, I'm very sad these things didn't happen when I was streaming, and all I've gotten is the end of the Patriots empire. Oh, I got no crazy fights about stuff at sports with sports at school. Wouldn't be uncommon to just hear screaming erupt from our table. Someone punched the table really hard so it makes a loud noise. I get up and I go, fuck you guys then. The lunchroom's very quiet. Like, are they going to fight today? Nope. We were able to get through without anybody throwing fists that they knew about. Or we'd just wait till after school and then go fight on the train. God, I miss talking sports in school. That shit ruled, dude. I was so good at it. I fucking ran that shit. Most of them were Lions fans, so dude, I was just fucking dunking on these dudes left and right. I was like, dude, your team can't even win a football game. Suck my dick. That's why you guys are so angry. You guys fucking... I can't wait for the Bills Empire. Gotta win that first Super Bowl first. What else should we talk about? Free agent. I feel like we've covered a lot of the big things that's happened lately. I think in not this coming Sunday, maybe next Sunday. Do you guys want to do another mock draft? I think it's about time, 2 weeks after free agency, right before April. I think next Sunday would be a really good time to get our next mock in. Now we kind of have an idea of what we'll do trades now too, by the way. I think it'll be good time. We may even know what happens with like Minnesota and their picks, because they're clearly trading up. Like, and I'm just wondering it's clearly like they know who they're trading up with. It's just I think they may be hammering out the specifics now. But I'm wondering, is it the Commanders? I personally think it's the Cardinals who they're going to make the move with. But I hope it's my team. I hope it's my team. We take a receiver and then we draft Michael Penix. What, like a 5th round pick or something like that? Like a middle round late pick. Nothing crazy. I think Howell got a bigger return than than anyone else who was traded though. All those other quarterbacks went for like really late picks. Mac Jones went for a 6, fucking conditional 6 for Justin Fields in 2025. That was the funniest part of the whole Justin Fields trade. The Bears didn't even get another pick this year. It was for next year. I thought Fields got more compensation than Mac. And then I looked at it and went, oh, dude, it's 2025? What the fuck? They didn't even have to give up this year's draft stuff. I thought that was really good. I was like, that's fucking stupid, dude. Oh, I had to take care of something real quick. I'm just checking my emails. Damn, still no fucking word from them people. Just want to know if I'm getting in. Ben, I hope you're not too mad about me making jokes about you. I am sorry that happened. That shit sounds... What game was that? I might have missed the name. I didn't even know you were at a gaming tournament. Yeah, Jets are some fucking losers. The poor franchise. I would feel bad for their fans, but I don't really care for them people. This turned out to be a pretty fun little stream tonight. Ah, okay. My bad, man. Yeah, you're not... I just hope you're not pissed or anything. Damn, you're doing laundry late as shit. I guess it is Sunday night. Never mind. Pretty good time to do laundry, I suppose. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, their owner's a bit of a idiot. So, well, he's not really an idiot. He's just not good with football. Yeah, you know he's pissed. He lost to another Shanahan. Rodgers is like 0 for life against any. If you have a last name Shanahan, or fucking Aaron Rodgers just folds. Yeah, because RFK's running mate is some lady, some girl Shanahan person. I'm glad you enjoy him, Spears. Hilarious, dude. All right, man. I don't know. We'll probably be live for a little while longer. Been live for an hour and a half, or hour 45, almost 2 hours. I'm just trying to think about what else is there really to work through. Anybody got anything big else they want to talk about? Other similar. Anyway. I'm trying to think, like tomorrow, probably just gaming, right? Oh, tomorrow I might do the basketball thing. No, maybe. I might do gaming tomorrow. Little MLB The Show again. Get prepared for the release of the show 24 on the 19th. I don't know, figure it out. I'm just wondering how the top of this draft's gonna play out, because it's like it's such a, what's the word I'm looking for? Hard to pinpoint draft, because hard to pinpoint draft because Washington's got like a whole new everything in charge. The Patriots have basically a whole new regime in charge. So the way you could kind of like formally, predictably kind of see how these teams might move is like gone. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, well, we've seen what Chicago's going to do with the trading of Fields. It seems very likely, unless they're going to take a shot guy like Daniels, May, or McCarthy at one. I highly doubt. Then we'll probably see Caleb go in number 101. And then it's like, then the draft probably really starts with the Commanders. And for me, that's not even that interesting. They're just going to take a quarterback and move. Best available QB, probably. But then I think the draft actually does start with the Patriots because they're the first team that has multiple needs and can do a number of things with that pick, right? You could see them try to move the pick for more picks. They could shock everybody and go tackle with Joe Alt. If they can't move it, they just take Alt and say, fuck it. Again, that's not a bad pick. They could just say, fuck it and take Marv. You do a trade back to almost anyone in these kind of spots that need a quarterback and get a very good receiver, get a lineman. Now the Vikings trade comes into play for them as well. If the Vikings want the third pick and the Patriots are willing to move for it for those two and maybe something smaller with it, then suddenly the Patriots are 11-23. That could be receiver, tackle, and quarterback. Receiver, tackle at 11, then take Penix or Nix at Penix at 23 if available. A number of things start to kind of. Can I tell what I call the team? Sure, you can say whatever you want, man. The Cleveland Frowns or Cleveland Clowns. Damn. Oh boy, out here roasting. So again, that's kind of the interesting part. And then when you get to like the Cardinals, it's like, oh, probably receiver trade back. It's gonna be interesting. Then you think of the Giants. Are they going to try to move up? I've heard they've been really active in trying to do so. I've heard the Raiders have been active. So again, I think this next week will be very telling in what how the NFL draft will kind of start to shape up a little bit. It's already starting to a little bit, right? With where guys are going, where receivers are going, where linemen are going. You may be starting to see like what teams may be like thinking about drafting. What they're going to address. Hey, they're building a team, Raul. It's just like Stephen Hawking, Deshaun Watson, Bill Cosby, Huntley. And then and do you mean Jameis? Jameis has turned his life around since college days. He's a reformed Jameis Winston. He's grown from since then. You have a good night, Spears. Yeah, I'm probably going to get going soon too here. It's about 11. That's how long I was going to stream till tonight. Yeah, I'm probably going to start wrapping up. You guys got anything super big you guys want to talk about tonight still? Anybody bring it up? Talk about it for a few? Could be anything. Could be about not politics. I don't really care about that. I'm gonna just say go team. Like go team. Woo. Yeah, the politic the shit out of that. Hope Giant Eagle locks up the seafood section. I like the joke there, but are you talking about the Commanders or the Cowboys getting locked up? All right, though. Seems like everybody's pretty good. Again, we'll be live for tomorrow for some kind of stream. I'm not sure what. Tigers have an off day, so no baseball stream. I'll be doing the Tigers on Tuesday, most likely. Cleveland grocery store. Oh, it's a. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, because he stole the stuff. Well, I mean, that's college, man. Probably shouldn't judge people from the mistakes they made in college. He's lived a pretty good life since those days. A pretty honest guy nowadays. Raul, again, he made some mistakes when he was a younger man. But like the reason he went to the Browns is because he said God told it. Like he's a very devout religious man now. I think he's repented for his past. And with Jameis, I think he's kind of shown genuine like that he's a changed guy. I mean, he could be just faking it, but from the outside, it does seem like he's kind of improved himself as a person. Got really serious about his religion. Probably, I think he's very serious about the charity work he's doing. So, I think we can give him a credit. I think we can move on from the bit of a rocky past, being a stupid idiot in college, probably drunk as fuck like an idiot. You know, we forgive like Baker running from the cops and trying to fight the cops in college. Uh, because again, you know, he's changed remarkably since then. I think that's something we can look as a positive. Cam Newton's changed remarkably since he was in college, like a lot. I don't know. I don't think we should judge people from their lowest. I think we should judge how they move after their lowest. And it seems like if people are trying to be good people and trying to do the right things, and generally doing the right things, and they're probably good people. No one's perfect. Drunk kids stealing crab legs. Yeah, it's stupid and it's annoying, but it's like they'll end the world. The rich people won't get their crab leg. But yeah, I get the bigger picture. All right, everybody. I think that's about it for me. I don't really have much else to say. A good stream. It was a good little night here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking with you. Enjoyed talking some football. I'll give you credit, Roll. That's a hilarious thing to say, but I don't disagree. Are you talking about Baker? Yeah, he's not a fast man. The legendary Baker running from the cops video. Yeah, that was awesome. Like, see what I mean? Like, he didn't need to run. He'd been fine. He just ran like a fucking idiot. You just do dumb shit when you're in college. I don't know why they did that. But all right, guys. Hope we all have a good night. I'm gonna get out of here. Go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, as always, go Patriots. Enjoy the rest of your St. Patrick's Day. Hopefully, it was a good one for you. Hopefully, you were safe out there. And yeah, that's about it. Peace and go Lions, go Tigers, go